Hello viewers, welcome to online course on Mathematics 3. This course basically for undergraduate student or BTech student for engineering field. Today we are going to discuss about the half range, sine series and cosine series and construction of half range sine series. So myself Sanjay Vishwas, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Department of Applied Science and Humanities of Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. Here is my details of contact information. If you have facing any kind of problem regarding my online class, you can call me or send message to my mail ID sanjay.vishwas@gnit.ac.in. Before we start today's class, let's quickly recall in the last class. So in the last class I have already discussed the Euler's formula for Fourier series and Fourier's expansion and its conditions. So first of all I have discussed about the Fourier series, that means the Euler's formula for Fourier series, and after that we have discussed the Fourier series for the function of period 2t, and then we have talked about the Fourier series for function of period 2l. So in this section the period are the different. So in the second part where the period is 2t, and in the third part where the period is 2a. So that is the function is defined in the interval minus t2 plus t as well as minus l2 plus l. And after that I have discussed in the previous class the Dirichlet's conditions. So this is the very important part of the Fourier series, okay, and where the function is equals to the Fourier series, okay, under the given conditions. And then I have discussed the sum of a Fourier series and some related examples of a Fourier series I have discussed in the previous class. So today we are going to talk about the half range Fourier series and construction of half range sine series, and this is my 15th lecture on online course of Mathematics 3 and the third lecture for Fourier series. Here is the content of today's lecture. So first of all we are going to talk about the theorem for the convergence of the Fourier series, and after that we will talk about the Fourier series of a function with its periodic expansion. So in that case where the period is minus pi t2 plus t or c2 c plus 2t, where c be any constant term. And after that we will discuss about the half range Fourier series and construction of half range Fourier series, and some related example we will discuss in this lecture. Let us move on the next slide. So in this slide we will begin with the convergence of Fourier series. So when the function f of x satisfy the Dirichlet's condition on the interval minus pi to plus pi. So what is the Dirichlet's condition? So I have already mentioned in the previous class. So Dirichlet's condition, there are two conditions. So the first condition is if the function is defined in any interval minus pi to plus pi, okay, and satisfy any one of the following two conditions. So the first condition is the function f of x is bounded on any interval, finite interval, and the interval divided or the interval decomposed into a finite number of subinterval such that f of x is monotonic increasing or monotonic decreasing in each of the subinterval. And the second condition is that f of x has a finite number of points of infinity discontinuity, and when the arbitrary small neighborhood of this point are excluded, then the function f of x becomes bounded and the remaining part decomposed into a finite number of sub-interval, and each of this interval the function is monotony increasing or monotony decreasing. So these two conditions are the Dirichlet's condition of a Fourier series. Okay, so the function f of x satisfies the Dirichlet's condition in any interval minus pi to plus pi. Then the Fourier series corresponding to the function f of x at any point in the interval minus pi to plus pi, when the function f of x is continuous and converts to the point 1 by 2 into f of x plus 0 plus f of x minus 0, and when the function has ordinary discontinuity at that point, and so in particular x is equal to say minus pi and say x is equal to plus pi, then the function f of x is converts to half of f of minus pi plus 0 plus f of pi minus 0, where f of minus pi plus 0 and f of pi minus 0 both are exist. Now we are going to take an example on the convergence of Fourier series. So here is the example. Let the function f of x is equal to x minus 3 in the interval minus 3 to 0, and fx is equal to 3 minus x in the interval 0 to 3. Okay, so the function f of x is bounded in the interval minus 3 to plus 3. Okay, and the interval minus 3 to plus 3 is decomposed as minus 3 to 0 and 0 to 3. And you know the solution of this problem I have already discussed in the previous class. So where the function f of x is defined or bounded in the interval minus 3 to plus 3, and the interval minus 3 to plus 3 is decomposed into a finite number of sub-interval, that is that means minus 3 to 0 and 0 to 3, such that the function f of x is increasing in the interval minus 3 to 0. Okay, so in that interval the function is increasing function, and the function is decreasing in the interval 0 to 3. Okay, so we conclude, and this is the this is the first condition of the Dirichlet's theorem. So therefore from this we conclude that the function f of x satisfied the Dirichlet's condition. Okay, and this is the first condition of Dirichlet's function. After that we are going to move on the next slide. In this slide we are going to discuss about the Fourier series of a function with its periodic extension. Okay, so we introduce the Fourier series of a function f of x, and which is primarily defined on the interval minus t to plus t. So this function is defined in the interval minus t to plus t. So and then the extending it to a periodic function. So this function is a periodic function, so here f of x plus 2t is equal to f of x. So the function is defined and integrable in that interval minus t to plus t, and it is a periodic function with period 2t. Okay, so but the function may appear as defined primarily on the interval c to c plus t 2t. Okay, so now we consider this interval instead of this minus t to plus t. So this is also the periodic function with period 2t. Okay, so where c may be any real number. In this case also we have no trouble of getting its Fourier series. So in the first case where the function is lies in the interval minus 2 to plus t, so in that section and in that case the function is a periodic function as well, and in the second case here the interval is c to c plus 2t, but in this case where c plus 2t, so where c be any real number, and we also have no trouble of getting its Fourier series. And in this interval we will also find the Fourier series. In fact the following theorem assume, so there is a theorem. So if the function f of x is defined and integrable in the interval c to c plus 2t, so instead of minus t to plus t. Okay, so now we are going to find the Fourier series expansion in that interval. Okay, and f of x plus 2t is equal to f of x. So this is the periodic function with period 2t. okay, for all values of x. So that means the function f of x is periodic and its period is 2t. Then the Fourier series of the function f of x is given by f of x is equal to a0 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity n into cos n pi x by t plus bn into sin n pi x by t. So this is the Fourier series expansion. So in that case, the function is defined in the interval c to c plus 2t, where c be any real number, and this function is a periodic function as well with period 2t. Okay. So where the Fourier coefficient are a0 is equal to 1 by t into integration over c to c plus 2t. So where the function is defined in the interval c to c plus 2t. So the limit is a finite limit, and where the lower limit is 3 and the upper limit is c plus 2t into f of x dx. N is equal to 1 by t into integration over c to c plus 2t fx into cos n pi x by t into dx, and bn is equal to 1 by t into integration over c to c plus 2t fx into sin n pi x by t dx. Okay, where n is equal to 1 to 3 and up to infinity, where n is a positive integer. Okay, and c may be any real number. Now we are going to take example on a Fourier series of a function with its periodic extension. So in that case, where the function is defined in the interval c to c plus 2t, okay, with period 2t. So here is the example. So consider the function f of x is equal to x squared. So this function is defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Okay. So here the function f of x is defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi, and this function is a integrable function and is defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi and satisfied the equation f of x plus 2 pi is equal to f of x. So the function is a periodic function with period 2 pi. So now we consider the real number c, okay, and c is equal to 0, and c plus 2t is equal to 2 pi. So where the lower limit is 0, so here c is equal to 0 and the upper limit is c plus 2t, and this is the interval I have already mentioned in the previous theorem. So the function is defined in the interval c to c plus 2t. So in that case, where c is equal to 0 and c plus 2t is equal to 2 pi, and from this we will get the value of t and it will be pi. Okay, and the Fourier coefficient according to the Euler's formula, where the function f of x is defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so where a0 is equal to, so a0, an and bn are the coefficient of the Euler's formula. Therefore a0 is equal to 1 by pi into integration over 0 to 0 plus 2 pi f of x dx, and where fx is equal to x square. So 1 by pi into integration over 0 to 2 pi into x square into dx. Now integrating of the function x square, where the limit is 0 to 2 pi, that is upper limit is 2 pi and lower limit is 0, and from this we will get the value of a0 and it will be 8 pi square by 3. Okay, now we are going to find the value of an, and an is also the coefficient, Fourier coefficient according to the Euler's formula. So where n is equal to 1 by pi into integration over 0 to 0 plus 2 pi into fx into cos n pi x by t into dx. So where the function f of x and f of x is given, and f of x is equal to x square. So 1 by pi into integration over 0 to 2 pi x square into cos nx into dx. So now applying the bypass method, where the x square is the first function and cos nx is the second function, and after applying the bypass method, and we will get the value of this integration, where the upper limit is 2 pi and lower limit is 0, and after simplifying we will get the value of an, and it will be 4 by n square. Okay, and bn is equal to, and so bn is also the Fourier coefficient of the Euler's formula, and bn is equal to 1 by pi into integration over 0 to 0 plus 2 pi into x square into sin n pi x by t into dx, and where t is equal to pi. Again we apply the by parts method, that means integrating by parts, and from this we will get the value of this integration. And you know where x square is the first function and sine nx is the second function. After putting the value of t is equal to pi, we will get sine nx. Okay, so x square into sine nx dx is equal to, after putting the value of upper limit and lower limit, we will get minus 4 pi by n. Okay, so the Fourier series of the given function after extending to a periodic function of period 2 pi, and it will be 1 by pi square by 3. So you know where the Euler's formula is a0 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity n into cos nx plus bn into sin nx, when the function is defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so after putting the value of a0, an and bn, we'll get the Fourier series. So it will be 4 pi square by 3 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity 4 by n square cos nx minus 4 pi by n into sin nx. So clearly fx satisfy the Dirichlet's condition and the Fourier series x function, and it is equals to the functional value in the interval 0 to 2 pi. So 4 pi square by 3 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity 4 by n square cos nx minus 4 pi by n sin nx is equal to x square in the interval 0 to 2 pi. After that we are going to find one more example on Fourier series expansion of periodic extension. So here is the problem, and this is the second problem on a periodic extension. So find the Fourier series of a function e to the power minus x in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Let's solve the problem. Here the function is defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi, and e to the power minus x is the function, and this function is integrable as well as defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi. And you know f of x plus 2 pi is equal to f of x. So the function is a periodic function as well, and its period is 2 pi. Now applying the Fourier series extension where the function is defined in the interval c to c plus 2t. Okay, so therefore from this we will get c is equal to 0 and c plus 2t is equal to 2 pi, and after simplifying we will see the value of t is equal to pi. Okay, so therefore the Fourier coefficient according to the Euler's formula. So you know what is the Euler's formula? The Euler's formula for the function f of x is a0 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity n into cos n pi x by 2 t plus bn into sin of n pi x by t, where t is equal to pi. So the Euler's formula reduced to a0 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity n into cos nx plus bn into sin nx. So here a0, an and bn are the Fourier coefficient according to the Euler's formula. So where a0 is equal to 1 by pi into integration over 0 to 0 plus 2 pi into f of x dx. In that case the function f of x is equal to e to the power minus x. So therefore this equation reduced to 1 by pi into integration over 0 to 2 pi e to the power minus x into dx. Okay, and after integrating and putting the value of 2 pi and 0, we will get the value of the coefficient a0, and it will be 1 minus e to the power minus 2 pi by pi. Now we are going to find the value of n, and you know n is equal to, n be another coefficient, Fourier coefficient. So n is equal to 1 by pi into integration over 0 to 0 plus 2 pi into f of x into cos n pi x by t into dx. So here t is equal to pi, you know. So therefore this integration will reduce to 1 by pi into integration over 0 to 2 pi e to the power minus x into cos nx dx. Okay, and after putting the value of t is equal to pi, we will get this one. Okay, now we apply the bypass method, and from this we will get 1 by pi into e to the power minus x. So e to the power minus x is the first function, and sin and cos nx is the second function. So sin nx by n, where the upper limit is 2 pi and lower limit is 0, and plus integration over 0 to 2 pi, where the derivative of e to the power minus x is the minus of e to the power minus x. So this one is plus. Okay, that's why, and that's why it is plus. So plus 0 to 2 pi e to the power minus x into sin nx by n into dx. And after putting the value of 2 pi and 0 on this section, I will get the value, and both the values are 0. So therefore 1 by pi into 1 by n into integration over 0 to 2 pi e to the power minus x into sin nx into dx. So this part will remain after putting the value of 2 pi and 0 in the first section. Okay, and from this we will get the integral value of e to the power minus x into sin nx. So in that section we will continue to apply the bypass method, and from this we will get this. Okay, e to the power minus x into cos nx by n, where the upper limit is 2 pi and lower limit is 0, and this. Okay, so you know this function is actually the given coefficient. So this is actually the an. Okay, so therefore from this we will get 1 by n pi into minus of e to the power minus 2 pi into sin 2 n pi by n minus 1 by n. Okay, so after putting the value of 2 pi and 0, from this we will get this. Okay, from this one we will get this minus this, and this is actually the coefficient of an. Okay, so the equation reduced to pi n into an is equal to 1 by n minus e to the power minus 2 pi by n minus 1 by n into pi an. Okay, now from this equation we will get the value of an, and n is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2 pi by pi into n square plus 1. And Bn is also the Fourier coefficient of the Euler's formula. So where Bn is equal to 1 by pi integration 0 to 0 plus 2 pi into e to the power minus x into sin nx into dx. And this equation reduced to Bn is equal to 1 by pi into 0 to 2 pi into e to the power minus x into sin nx into dx. And from this integration we are going to find the value of mu, and similar thing will happen in that section. So you know, where e to the power minus x is the first function and sin nx is the second function, and then applying the bypass method, and from this integration we will get the value of Bn, and it will be Bn is equal to n into 1 minus e to the power minus 2 pi by pi into n square plus 1. So this is the value of the coefficient Bn, and the graph of the e to the power minus x is shown in the given below. So this is the graph where this curve is a function e to the power minus x, and this graph is defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi, and this graph is also the continuous graph in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so from the graph we see that e to the power minus x is monotonic in the interval 0 to 2 pi and continuous also. So the Fourier series expansion, after extending it to a periodic function of 0 to 2 pi, and it will be e to the power minus x is equal to, so this function is satisfied the Dirichlet's condition as well. Then the function f of x is equal to a0 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity n into cos nx plus bn into sin nx. Okay, so where fx is equal to e to the power minus x, so this function is given, and a0 is equal to this 1 minus e to the power minus 2 pi by a pi. This is the value of a0, I have already found this one, and plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity an into cos nx, where n is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2 pi by pi into n square plus 1 into cos x, and bn is equal to n into 1 minus e to the power minus 2 pi by pi into n square plus 1 into sin nx. And after simplifying, the above equation will give e to the power minus x is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2 pi by pi plus 1 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity into 1 by n square plus 1 into cos nx plus n by n square plus 1 into sin nx. And this equation will give e to the power minus x is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2 pi by pi plus 1 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity 1 by n square plus 1, and 1 by n square plus 1 is common from these two terms, and it will give a summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity 1 by n square plus 1 into cos nx plus n into sin nx. This is the series of the function e to the power minus x. Okay, and it will be 1 minus e to the power minus 2 pi by pi plus 1 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity 1 by n square plus 1 into cos nx plus sin nx. Let us move on the next slide. So in this slide we are going to discuss about the half range series. So half range sine series and half range cosine series. So a trigonometric, this is the definition of half range sine series and cosine series. A trigonometric series like the Fourier series is called the half range series if only sine term or only cosine term are present. So you know what is the Euler's formula for Fourier series? So the Euler's formula for Fourier series, when the function is satisfied the Dirichlet's condition, then fx is equal to a0 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity n into cos n pi x by t plus bn into sin n pi x by t, where the function is defined in the interval minus c2 plus t or c2 c plus 2t, and the function with period 2t. And in that case, when the sine term will present in the Euler's formula, then this series is called a sine series, and if only cosine term will present in this series, then this series will called a cosine series. So in that case, when only sine terms are present, then the series is called a half range sine series, and when only cosine term are present, then the series is called a half range cosine series. Okay, and when the half range cosine series corresponding to the function is desired, the function is generally defined in the interval 0 to t, which is half range of the interval minus t to plus t. So you know, when the function is a half range sine series or half range cosine series, then the interval will reduce to that means when the interval is minus t to plus t, and this interval will reduce to 0 to t. Okay, now we are going to construct a half range sine series. Let f of x be a function and define and this integrable on the interval 0 to t. So in that case, the function is defined as well as integrable in the interval 0 to t. So we extend the domain of definition to minus t to 0, defined by f of minus x is equal to minus of fx. So you know the half range sine series where the sine function, that is the function, is a odd function, otherwise it is a cos series, okay, or cosine series. So this interval is reduced to or is extended to the minus t to 0 and define this condition f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. This extension is shown in the following figure. So then the function f of x become odd in the interval. Okay, so this is the figure where the function f of x is defined in the interval 0 to t. So in that section, and it extend to the interval 0 to minus t. So this function is a odd function and is defined f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. So from this we will get the coefficient of a0, n and bn. So where a0 is equal to 1 by t into integration over minus t to plus t fx dx, and it is equals to 0, you know. So this is the sine function. So a0 and an are 0. So here fx is an odd function, okay. And you know the Fourier coefficient of Euler's formula is 0 when the function fx is an odd function. As well, n is equal to 1 by t into integration over minus t to plus t fx into cos n pi x by t dx, and it will also 0. Why it is because the function fx into cos n pi x by t is a odd function, where the function f of x into cos n pi x by t is a odd function. So in that case, the a0 and an both are 0, and bn is equal to 1 by t into minus t2 plus t fx into sin n pi x by t dx, and from this we'll get 2 by t into 0 to t fx into sin n pi x by t. Okay, so in that case, the function fx into sin n pi x by t is an even function. Okay, then the Fourier series of fx becomes a0 by 2, so where a0 is equal to 0 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity n into cos n pi x by t, so where n is equal to 0, plus bn into sin n pi x by t. So where a0 and n are 0, then the Fourier series is reduced to summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity bn into sin n pi x by t. So, and in this series there are only the sine term will present, which is the required half range sine series, and in this series only the sine term present. So obviously the function f of x, if f of x satisfy the Dirichlet's conditions in the interval 0 to t, then this series is convergent and the value is as for the full range Fourier series. So the half range sine series become summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity bn into sin nx, where bn is equal to 2 by pi integration over 0 to pi fx into sin nx dx. After that, we are going to take some examples on half range sine series. So consider the function f of x is equal to x in the interval 0 to 2. So to get its half range sine series, we extend this function to the interval minus 2 to 0, defining by f of minus x is equal to minus of x fx. So here the function is a odd function, so this extended function becomes odd. So therefore from the Euler's formula, and you know the Fourier coefficient are a0, an and bn, and a0 is equal to 1 by 2 into integration over minus 2 to plus 2 fx dx. So this function is defined in the interval minus 2 to plus 2 after extending it minus 2 to 0. Okay, so therefore a0 is equal to this, and you know the function f of x is an odd function, then from this integration we will get the value, and the value is 0. After that, we are going to find the value of an, and an is also the Fourier coefficient on Euler's formula. So n is equal to 1 by 2 into integration over minus 2 to plus 2 fx into cos n pi x by 2 into dx, and fx is an odd function, sin n pi x by 2 is an even function. So there is a properties of odd function or even function. So multiple of odd function and the even function, and it will give the odd function. So therefore fx into cos n pi x by 2 is an odd function, and then from the properties of even function or odd function, this integral value will give 0. So therefore the value of an, so the coefficient n is equal to 0. After that, we are going to find the coefficient bn, and bn is equal to 1 by 2 into integration over minus 2 to plus 2 fx into sin n pi x by 2. Okay, so where fx is an odd function and sin n pi x by 2 is also the odd function, so multiple of two odd function is an even function. Then applying the properties of even function, this integral value will give 2 by 2 into integration over 0 to 2 fx into sin n pi x by 2 into dx. Okay, therefore bn is equal to integration over 0 to 2 x into sin n pi x by 2 into dx. And now applying the bypass method, and where x is the first function and sin n pi x by 2 is the even function, and after applying the bypass method, and it will give minus 2 by n pi into x into cos n pi x by 2, where the upper limit is 2 and the lower limit is 0, plus integration over 0 to 2 by n pi into sin n pi x by 2 into dx. So after putting the value of the upper limit as well as lower limit, and then integrating this term, the second term, and from this we will get the value of Bn, and the value of Bn is equal to 4 into minus 1 whole to the power n plus 1 by n pi. Now putting the value of a0, an and bn on the Euler's formula of Fourier series, and it will give the half range sine series of the function, and it will give a0 by 2 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity into n into cos n pi x by 2 plus bn into sin n pi x by 2, and where a0 is equal to 0 and n is equal to 0, and therefore the half range sine series will reduce to 0 by 2 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity 0 into cos n pi x by 2 plus 4 into minus 1 whole to the power n plus 1 by n pi into sin n pi x by 2. So this equation will reduce to 4 by e pi into summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 whole to the power n plus 1 by n into sin n pi x by 2, and from this we will get a series function, and the series function it will be 4 by pi into sin pi x by 2 when we put n is equal to 1, and when we put n is equal to 2 we will get the second term, and it will be 1 by 2 into sin 2 pi x by 2. After that it will and after that when we put n is equal to 2, then from this we will get the 1/3 into sin 3 pi by x by 2 and up to infinity, and this is the half range sine series for the function f of x. After that we are going to take one more example on half range sine series. So here is the example: find the sine series which represent the function f of x is equal to pi minus x in the interval 0 to pi. So to get the half range sine series, we extend the function to an interval minus pi to 0 and defining by f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. So this extended function becomes odd function. So therefore from the Euler's formula we get the coefficient a0, an and bn. So where a0 is equal to 1 by pi into integration over minus pi to plus pi fx into dx. So this is the sine series, so the function fx is a odd function, and there is a properties of odd function, the integration over minus pi to plus pi fx dx, and the value of this integration will give 0. So the coefficient of a0 is equal to 0. After that we are going to find the coefficient n. Okay, so n is equal to, here n is equal to 1 by pi into integration over minus pi to plus pi fx into cos nx dx. So the cos nx is an even function and fx is an odd function, and there is a properties of odd and even function. The multiple of even function and odd function is a odd function, and from this integration it will give 0. So therefore the coefficient an is equal to 0, and bn is equal to, bn be the another coefficient of a Euler's formula. So bn is equal to 1 by pi into integration of minus pi to plus pi fx into sin nx dx. So where fx is equal to, fx is the function is given, so fx is equal to pi minus x into sin nx into dx, and where the function fx and fx into sin nx is an even function, then the integration will be 2 by pi into integration over 0 to 2 pi minus x into sin nx dx, and after calculation it will give the value of bn, and value of bn is equal to 2 by n, and therefore the Fourier series is 0 by 2 plus, where a0 is equal to 0, plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity 0 into cos nx, where the coefficient n is equal to 0, plus 2 by n into sin nx, where the coefficient of bn is equal to 2 by n. Okay, and from this it will give 2 into summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity 1 by n into sin nx. Okay, and this is the value of f of x. And now expanding this series function, and from this it will give 2 into sin x by 1. When we put n is equal to 1 in this section, we will get this one, and when we will put n is equal to 2, and from this we will get sin 2x by 2. After that it will give 3x by 3 and up to infinity. So this is the required sine series for the function pi minus x in the interval 0 to pi. I will stop here. Thank you.